All around us are 225 square foot museum exhibits that the students in the third year museum course have designed and built.
Not one less.
Called Prescribing Hope, Walls Down.
It's called Braver Than Loneliness.
We made our exhibit Vein to Vein on blood donation. Hi, I'm Miriam. I'm in third year Knowledge Integration, and we made our exhibit Vein to Vein on blood donation, and it's based on UN Sustainable Development Goal number 3, good health and well-being. Vein to Vein is an exhibit that focuses on blood donation both in Canada and around the world, and we hope that visitors by the end of it understand their place in the blood donation community. This is the first section of our exhibit, and here we wanted to introduce our visitors to what blood is and what blood donations are. So we begin by explaining why we need blood. Here we have a visualization of oxygenated and deoxygenated blood going through the heart in the human body to sort of give our visitors a visualization of what that looks like. Over here we have a tennis ball and that visitors can use to understand how hard your heart works when it's pumping blood through your body. We wanted to use objects to help visitors see exactly what's in their blood and help them understand how much blood is needed for certain transfusions. So over here, we've visually represented each of the components of blood. And down here in our blood by the bottle section, we tell our visitors how much blood is required for certain things. And ultimately over here at 10 bottles is how much blood an adult human has in their body. And in the syringe is how much blood that we make in one day. Over here in the fridge, we had this to sort of show visitors how blood is stored typically in a cool refrigerated area. And inside the fridge, we have blood bags with the different blood types depicting the percentage of Canadians with each blood type in the country. This is our eligibility section where we show visitors the things that you need to have or to do in order to be able to donate blood. In that binder, we've provided the full questionnaire that Canadian Blood Services uses, but on the wall we've displayed some of the most interesting criteria, such as when you've last been to the dentist, your height, your weight, your age, and whether or not you've had tattoos in the last 3 months. The eligibility is sometimes shocking to people because there are sometimes things you never think about when donating blood. So this section of our exhibit describes the blood donation process in Canada. So we talk about how before you need to sign up for your appointment and the things you need to do to prepare, during, and how different parts of your blood that you're donating take different amounts of time due to the way it's separated from the body and through the machine. And then we go into after, where we give you recommendations of how to best keep yourself healthy after donating blood and how your blood is tested, stored, transported, and ultimately disposed of after donation if it's not used. So in this section of the exhibit, we allow visitors an opportunity to reflect on their place in the blood donation community after they watched our video of 100 people's different responses, and after seeing the eligibility in the process, it's ultimately their turn to decide whether or not they want to donate blood. And this gears activity allows them to place the handle and turn the gear in 4 different quadrants, and no matter where they place the gear, they still turn, and they're ultimately helping the blood donation community, whether or not they can actually donate. After that, we allow an immersive experience for the actual process of donating blood. We have a first-person video that outlines someone going through and donating blood. Visitors can sit in this zero-gravity chair to sort of feel what it's like to donate blood while they're watching the video. And we have a blood pressure pump on the wall, as that's something that you would come in contact with during donation. This section of our exhibit is providing some global insights of blood donation across the world so that visitors are introduced to places other than Canada and how blood donation happens elsewhere. So we begin by providing some statistics that describe how blood donation happens perhaps differently in other places, and we ask some prompting questions to incite discussion about why these differences might exist. Afterward, we have a fun Guess the Country section where we offer 5 different success stories of blood donation from around the world and give our visitors hints and the country outline to sort of guess what the country is. And when they flip it up, they can see if they were right. Over here, we have some steps and questions where we ask visitors to sort of ponder their own place in the blood donation community on a global scale and figure out how they can contribute to making blood donation more efficient back home by looking outward. So in this final section of our exhibit, we allow our visitors a space to reflect and to read about other people's experiences with blood donation. Along these two walls, we have stories from people who can't donate, who choose not to donate, who needed a transfusion, and who do donate. And after reading these stories and being surrounded by them, we allow visitors an opportunity to sort of write down their own story and pin it to the wall so that everyone who comes through can see the different ways that we interact with blood donation. This is one example of many that we've had throughout the exhibit of how visitors can interact and learn the material in different ways. And right before they leave, visitors have an opportunity to let us know how they feel about blood donation and if it differs from what they felt before coming into the exhibit, so that we can see if this exhibit changed anyone's mind. Knowledge integration is a program that sort of happily fell into my lap. It allows me the options that I need to explore every area, and I find that that's something that doesn't ever get taken away through my undergraduate experience, and I feel that going forward my options are limitless and I have so many doors open, and I think that thanks to knowledge integration I've been allowed to pursue all of my interests and passions, and it's really opened my eyes to so many new perspectives. I'd like to extend a special thank you to any alumni or faculty or staff who lent us a hand in making this exhibit become a reality, as well as the donors who gave us the resources to make this exhibit possible.